Hi guys, welcome to Midshire TV, the channel for all of your communications technology needs. Today we're going to be discussing the key considerations you need to look at when choosing a telecoms provider for your business. It can be quite difficult to choose a good telecoms company for your business, while it's also easy to overlook the importance of a good telecom system in the workplace. But without the right infrastructure and support, your organisation would come to a halt pretty rapidly. So according to Ofcom, 83% of small to medium-sized businesses say they would not achieve their goals if they didn't have a telecom solution. But only 34% say that they have the confidence to identify the system that would benefit them best. So choosing a telecoms provider that's best for your business is a crucial decision that you've got to make, especially if you're a growing business with maturing needs. And since it's that much of a challenge, here's a few pointers that are going to help. So, what do you need from your business telephone system? Okay, so it might sound a bit obvious that. Understand in detail what your business needs from the business telephone system. So this is going to depend on quite a number of things, like the number of employees, so how important is your broadband connectivity to your organisation, whether you need music on hold, call recording, or perhaps you've got a mobile workforce, so remote working is critical. These are the types of things that you need to write down and make sure you've got a list of, because these are the things that you're going to need to discuss. Is pricing the overriding consideration here? Or are you more concerned about forging an ongoing partnership for complex project management perhaps? Or maybe you want the peace of mind that comes with a managed service provider who knows telecommunications inside and out, so you've got the peace of mind that they'll always have skilled professionals looking after your service. So, what are the qualities to look out for when choosing your business telecommunications provider? Reliability. The way that your business communicates with its customers is its lifeblood. So if your service goes down, your business risks going down too. So you need complete confidence that your provider will sort any problems out efficiently and effectively, and with minimal disruption to your business. So, how reliable is the telecommunications provider that you're talking to? Have you checked out their reviews? Customer support. So if you need to speak to your telecoms provider, how long will it take them to answer your call? And if you do get through to them, will you be speaking to a robot or a human? That's an important consideration. In fact, is your telecoms provider proactively monitoring the service that they're providing to you? So they know when there's a problem, if there's a problem, perhaps before you do. It's quite important to look into. Try to find out what your provider's customer service track record is. Test them, do it yourself. Give their customer support centre a call using the advertised number that they provide. And that'll give you an indication of how good their support is. Value for money. Clearly, the cost will have a strong influence on your decision on this, but it's always worth looking at the overall value. So, taking into consideration the extra benefits you'll enjoy if you pay that little bit extra, and how these will affect your businesses. For example, it may be worth paying a bit more to ensure you have a future-proof solution rather than having to go through the same process in a year or two. It's also worth paying that little bit of extra premium to give yourself some assurance that the service level, we're going to come on to that shortly, is covered. So if you do have a breakdown, then the service level is such that you'll be back up and running in a matter of minutes or hours and not days. What happens if you got more staff? Will the system be able to facilitate this? These are the sorts of questions that you should be asking. Service level agreement, or SLA, one of those acronyms within the telecommunications industry. So this is very important. Service level agreements, or SLAs, detail what happens in the event of a failure. Now, unfortunately, telecommunications does go down from time to time. That is a fact of life. There is no such thing as 100% uptime, no matter what anyone tells you. So if you do have a breakdown, that can obviously affect productivity and your ability to communicate with your customers and them to you. So SLAs are important. How so? Well, if you've got a 99.9% SLA, that would mean on average that you're expected to have 10 minutes a week of downtime. So ask the provider if they can provide you a service level agreement, and importantly, how quickly they can respond if you've got some sort of problem that you need sorting. So, flexibility and scalability. Alright, so traditionally telephone systems were built with a certain capacity in mind. That's quite changed a lot in recent years. So can your system be upgraded with new services and new products? As your business grows, you might be taking on more staff. Is it capable of just adding more users, adding more capacity easily? Or are you going to need a costly engineer with some additional components to add to the system? Equally, does your provider keep you abreast on the latest industry trends and developments? Maybe there's some new products and new services that can be bolted onto this system right now and in the future. Is this product being developed? Is the product been in the marketplace for several years? These telecom systems do tend to have a shelf life. If we're a few years into its life, is it still being developed? Has the vendor committed to a long-term future in this particular system that you're investing in? Some pertinent questions to ask. Having a single provider for all. Okay, so when I joined this industry some 20 years ago, each business that I came across had 3 different providers. One for their telephone lines, invariably that was BT at the time. One for their telephone system, that could be BT, but there was lots of others in the market. And one for their calls, so they would buy cheap telephone calls off the likes of Cable and Wireless, for example. We've moved on quite a lot from there, and that's not the case now. And it's actually really important to make sure that you've got one throat to choke if something goes wrong. So rather than calling one company for one service and one company for another, you just want to be able to have the peace of mind and the ease of just picking up the phone, speaking to your one provider and saying, I can't currently make telephone calls, or I can't currently access the internet, because all of these services are interlinked. So it's important. So you want one provider that can provide your phone system, your telephone lines, your internet connectivity, and your business mobile, and your wireless, and everything else that goes along with it. Really important, one single throat to choke. So, all of the points that I've spoken about are key considerations when choosing a telecoms provider for your business. Often, rushing and going with the cheapest option can be costly in the long run. If you need any more information on choosing a telecoms provider, check out our ultimate guide to telecoms. It's in the description below, which will give you a really good breakdown and understanding of what to look out for. And thanks for watching. As always guys, if you found this video helpful, please do subscribe by clicking on the icon below, and give this video a like and ding that bell if you have any questions. Please do take a look at our other training videos on our channel, or give us a call on 08000 322 322. Have a great day guys, and remember, we are the business communications experts.